Ollie decided to go out this morning and treat himself to a breakfast out. Admittedly, it was something that Ollie treated himself to fairly often, but when there's as many good coffee shops as there are near Ollie's apartment, it's hard to blame him. When he opened his door, though, he almost leapt right out of his skin. Not that what was at his door was particularly scary, it's just he wasn't expecting it. After all, who would expect a mango inside of a mesh sack dangling right at eye level? After all, he recovered his composure. He walked over and looked, thinking at first it must be some sort of trap. So he investigated it very carefully. He saw that it was tied and stuck. There was already a nail above his doorframe on the outside, where he sometimes hangs decorations. The mesh bag was simply looped by its strings to that nail. I checked all around very carefully. Even brought out a flashlight to make sure there wasn't any secret strings or anything leading to some booby trap. Well, I was quite sure by the time he stopped looking that it was just a mango in a mesh sack. So he pulled it down. Again, very carefully, he took it out of the mesh sack. Gave it a little squeeze, and it felt like a very ripe mango. He smelled it, and it smelled wonderful. But he was not expecting a mango, and that was a very creepy and weird way for someone to give him a mango. With trepidation, I took it over to his kitchen counter, got a very sharp knife, and sliced it open. Inside it was juicy, beautiful. I tentatively took one careful lick, and it tasted great. But that was as much as I was willing to risk. He put it in the fridge, getting a couple of really good photos of it, and he decided he was going to figure out where it had come from. Now, in a city like Baltimore, there are any number of places one can get a mango. But one thing that varies widely from place to place is how ripe that mango is. And there weren't a lot of places that regularly had mangoes as ripe as this one seemed to be. His first thought, of course, was the Punjab grocery just a few blocks away. He couldn't remember right now if mangoes were in season, because the Punjab had mangoes sometimes, even outside of normal season, but usually they didn't. Usually they only had mangoes when they were really ripe and in season. So he went over there, and there he found that there were no mangoes. And he asked the guy, and he said, "Oh yeah, no, we probably won't get those for another couple of months. But then they're going to be really good, man. I'll let you know." So then Ollie went over to the grocery store that was on Charles Street there. There he found, well, some mangoes. And they looked just the same size. Had the same kind of sticker on it. And he bought one, cut it open, and it smelled and tasted the same. I said, "How long have you had these mangoes?" "Oh, yeah, they just got in last night. They're all the way from, I don't remember which country. Chile, maybe? Yeah, we don't always get, out of season produce in here, but I got a line that we had these really good mangoes that were available, and I love mangoes, so I snapped them up. I don't think anybody else in town has them. Not fresh like this." So why wouldn't anybody else in town have them? So, well, one of my fruit sources is all the way up in Philadelphia. So I get some of my fruit from a distributor that mostly deals in Philadelphia. It's one of the angles I have. I said, "Well, has anybody bought them? I mean, they came in last night." "Yeah, well, it's pretty early, but a couple people have come by. Yeah, I think this is like the fifth mango I sold. Let me look. Yeah, about that, I'd say. I mean, let's see. You're on some sort of case, right? I said, yeah, yeah. Some mystery involving my mangoes. That's not good. I said, well, I'll keep your name out of it. I said, all right, all right. Well, I do remember that somebody this morning, early in the morning, came by and he bought 2 mangoes. And he also bought one of my grocery, like produce bags. And, oh, and a coffee. And he got a coffee. I remember it because he was, I don't know, kind of odd. He was like dressed kind of weirdly for the day. What do you mean? Oh, well, just that it's hot today. But he had a whole like overcoat on, not an overcoat, like a trench coat and a hat. He's dressed like it was going to be a cold, rainy day, but it's not. I said, huh, all right. The grocery bag, or the produce bag. What does that look like? Oh, here, I'll show you. I have them over here. And hanging on one of the shelves was a bag, just like the one that Ollie had found the mango in. Oh man, that's what it was in. Okay, I think this person might have been my mystery person, the person I'm looking for. What else can you tell me about him? Not much. Jeez. Okay, let's think here. They were tall. They were taller than me anyway. Like I said, they were wearing a trench coat and like like a kind of a hat you would wear in the rain, like a round, wide-brimmed hat. I didn't notice what they were wearing for like pants or shoes or anything, or the shirt. I don't remember much about what their face looked like. I think that they were, I don't know, light skinned. I'm not sure if they were like white or Chinese or something. I couldn't tell. I couldn't see the hair color. I don't know. I wasn't really paying. I mean, I noticed that they were tall and I noticed they were dressed weird. I didn't really notice much else about them, I'm afraid. They paid by cash. I remember that because that's getting less and less common, and I made some sort of comment about it. But they didn't say anything in response. So you keep on saying they. Oh, yeah, no, I'm just trying to shift to that overall, the whole gender spectrum thing. But now that I think about it, though, I couldn't say for sure. I guess I was assuming it was a guy because of how tall they were, but you can't always tell. Okay. And what time did they come by, you said? Hold on, I can check my sales register to see if it was 2 mangoes, a coffee, and a bag. That would have been $8. And let's see, so I did a transaction for $8 at right after opening, 7:45. Okay, I said thank you. If you think of anything else, give me a call. Do you have my number? I got it around somewhere, but if you want to leave me a card, then I'll have it right here. I'm going to be, working today pretty much the whole time, so I won't be back in the office. So I gave him a card. I'm thinking, okay. I wonder if anybody. I bet more and more people in my apartment building have those video doorbells, but it's too early to go around knocking on people's doors asking them for video footage. The mystery was bothering Ollie, but he wasn't going to push it so far to be rude. But he was stuck until he could think of another lead. So we decided the best thing to do would be to go and have the breakfast he was intending to have. So we went to the coffee shop right across the street from the apartment building. He sat outside so he could look at the apartment building and think about leads and think about clues. He sat there. He got a scone, a yogurt, and a nice tall cup of coffee. I thought, what does it mean? A mango in a bag. Is it just a gift? Did someone just get me a mango? But I don't know any super tall people who wander around in trench coats and hats for no reason. What could it be? Who could it be? And he sat there, puzzled, frustrated, for the better part of an hour. In fact, it may have been longer than that. Just racking his brain for anything. At one point, he went back upstairs to get the mango in the bag and bring it down and look at it. Even with that, nothing. A police car went by. I thought some other things happened, but Ollie was just focused on this mango. A clue, but to what? That's when another police car came, but it didn't pull by. It pulled up. One of his friends in the department got out. It was Jane. Jane said, "Ollie, there you are. I've been trying to reach you." I said, "What? Oh, sorry. Hi, Jane. What? You've been trying to reach me?" "Yeah, I've been calling your cell phone for like an hour. What's going on? Why aren't you answering?" I said, "Oh, I could still in my apartment. I guess I got this weird mango. It's hard to explain, but I figured out that they got it from just the grocery store right there on the corner. I'm trying to figure out what it means." I said, That's fine, Ollie, but we could have used your help. We still can. Somebody stole a bunch of jewelry from the jewelry store over, 5 blocks down from here, McDonald's. McDonald's is normally a fast food restaurant, but there's also a jewelry store called that. It's been there a long time. I said, "Oh no, those people are so nice." I said, yeah. I said it was, well, all the security cameras saw was a tall person in a trench coat and a hat, Ollie said. Yeah, how'd you know?" "It's the same person that left me this mango." I said, "Ollie, you got to get your head off this mango, man. We got a real case here." I said, "We do. How long ago was the robbery?" And like I said, it was about an hour. "All right. Let me borrow your phone. I got to make a call." Ollie called somebody he tries not to get involved too often, but in this case, they're the only person that would have the right lead, Ollie thought. "Hello, this is Phil's pawn shop. How can I help you?" "Phil, it's Ollie." "Oh man, Ollie, today's not a good day." "I know. It usually isn't, but I need to call in a favor, Phil." "I know you're going to say that. What do you want?" I said, "I'm looking for somebody that might have tried to sell some hot jewelry from McDonald's." "All right. Shh. Ollie, let's see. Hold on a second. Let me see what I have in the back." "Just a second. Hold on," the guy said. Phil said, "I'll be right back. I got to check with something for another customer." Well, I thought that was strange, but he heard the sound of a door and then footsteps in another door. "Ollie, there's somebody right here trying to sell me some jewelry, and it looks like some stuff that, McDonald's usually carries. I think this is your guy, but I don't know how long I can keep him here." I said, "What does he look like?" I said, "Well, he's like tall, real tall, and he's got dark hair." I said, "Has he got a trench coat and a hat?" "No hat, but he's not wearing a trench coat, but he's got one like draped over his arm." I said, "Do everything you can to stall him. We'll be there as soon as we can." "What do you want me to do if I can't keep him any longer?" "Then go ahead and buy the stuff." "All right. And you got me covered on it?" I said, "I got you covered on it. Besides, insurance has you covered on it anyway." "Well, yeah, but every time it's make a claim, insurance rates go up." I said, all right. Now we'll make you whole." "All right, I'll do what I can." And he hung up. I gave the phone back to Jane and said, "Jane, you got your friends in the county still, right? They'll help you on this?" I said, "Yeah, if the perps fled to the county, they'll help us for sure. I need you to get at least 2 cars over to Phil's pawn shop up in Timonium. Like right now. The guy's there now." "All right, let me get on the horn." You want to come with? I said, you bet I do. I hopped in the car. Jane got on the radio, got connections with the Baltimore County Police. In about 4 minutes, she got radio, said that they had 3 cars there, one around the back, 2 in the front. In about 10 minutes, Ollie and Jane arrived. And they had a very tall person in handcuffs sitting out front. I said, you're Ollie, right? You're the eyewitness? I said, I'm not exactly the eyewitness, but I'm the person that called it in. Well, anyway, I think he had the stuff, he had the jewelry. He matches your description. I said, and I can tell you it matches their regular MO. How you doing, Sean? Sean said, Ollie, I've got better days. Days when my schemes worked better than today. He's talking to the thief. Shh, he knows the thief. It's the thief he's caught before. I said, yeah. So what was the mango, Sean? Well, it was a gift from my favorite octopus detective. It really is a good mango, Ollie. It's not poisoned or anything like that. I had the other one myself. They're delicious. So what was the point of the mango, Sean? I thought it would buy me some time. Didn't buy me enough time, I guess. I said, so you left a mango in a creepy way so that you'd get distracted chasing after that, and I would have time to do my little caper and get out of here. But I'll have to do better next time, Ollie. Well, Sean, don't mind telling you that it wasn't me. I was sitting there stumped. You got me. But the police knew where to find me. They got me back on track, Jane here in particular. The county cops said, well, Jane, appreciate you calling us in. This guy's been knocking over in a couple different places. He had stuff not just from your place down by you, but from 3 or 4 different places up around the county. So it's a good caller. Well, Sean, looks like I won't be seeing you for a while. Yeah, not looking good, Ollie. Well, if I got to get caught, at least it's by you. And Officer Jane, pleased to make your acquaintance. Jane said, well, Ollie, I interrupted your coffee. I think I owe you one. I said, that would be just fine. And that was the case of Ollie and the mystery mango.